Góðan daginn and welcome to the Project Pile. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm an Iceland, I live in Iceland, and this is my silly little podcast about yarn. It's about knitting, crocheting, what I'm working on, cast on finishing when that happens, and then fiber related when I learn these things because I like to share them. I do talk quite a bit about the weather because weather happens and sometimes it stops me from doing this or the knitting or the crocheting. I just realized I don't have an active crochet project right now. I mean, I do have. Okay, so the reason why I call this project pile is because I have a lot of projects and they are in piles. And I keep adding to it because that is a mountain that can always grow. I do have some crochet projects here and here, but not any that I'm actively reaching towards right now. I do have another one in the plans, but that feels a little bit weird because crochet. Okay, listen. I do both. I do both knitting and crocheting. Knitting is. I love knitting. I love the fabric that you end up with. But also crochet. I like crocheting because sometimes you just need to do this hand movement. I'm not gonna say it's simpler than knitting because it isn't. They are both equally easy and equally complicated. There's different. Look at this noob trying to explain the difference between knitting and crocheting. They're both fun. So I'm not quite sure why I don't have. Well, no, I don't have an active one that I'm actually picking up and working on. And down the pipeline, I have a lot of knitting. Anyway, there will be crochet. So rambling aside, what was I going to talk about today? Projects. So I am currently working on the hobby advent calendar. This is my first time that I purchased it. I got the knitter version. I mean the crochet one sold out like bam, so that wouldn't have been as easy to get as the knitting one. Last time I checked, the knitting one was still available, so next year I kind of want to get both next year and compare them because so I'm releasing every Sunday. I am filming when I open the boxes because there's a box for each Advent Sunday and I'm so excited. Listen. I've opened number 1 and number 2. Number 3 tomorrow is this lovely, gorgeous purple. I want to open it. I'm not going to. And the last one. Speaking of a little orange on my monitor, but it's such a lovely red. And it's ordered! It's got something hard in it. I'm like... That's a good thing about the Advent is that it makes you wait. Literally. It's for waiting. But, you know, the super simple, easy... The first one was this... Where's the other one? Why do I do this to myself? I keep losing the things that I should not be losing. It is this gorgeous, gorgeous red. It is called Tweed Delight. I love this yarn. It is so pretty. It is so nice to work with. It still hasn't split. And you get this gorgeous fluffy. Look at the fluffy. Fluffy pom-pom. And the first project is a... And it's gonna look so cute. But listen, from last weekend, I only did 1 round in my head. I'm not disappointed. I knew this would happen. But the one thing that I did was I did knit the single round of increases and switching out the 4mm for the 4.5. So in that way I haven't done a lot of progress. Still progress, I'm still happy with myself. And on that note, I bought this spindle twisty thingy. I have no idea what it's called. That you put your yarn on so that it doesn't bounce off like all over the floor, for example, when you're knitting or crocheting. I honestly think this is one of the best purchases that I have made yarn related. Apart from the mat, the drying mat, or the, you know, when you what's it called? When you're setting your pieces. Okay, so when you finish the piece and you lightly sprinkled it with water, got a little bit wet, and then you pin it down so that it dries properly. So it's not. You know what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna shut up now because I don't know how to explain it. But that is. I'm not using it on the daily like this. Yeah, I think this is the best purchase that I made, at least from Hobby. Okay, yeah, it's best from Hobby. So still working on the hat, and it's gonna be so cute, but I know exactly what the thing is that is kind of stopping me from making a whooping progress. It's because it doesn't have a cable. It doesn't have a proper cable. It has this twist, lovely twist patterns that go up the crown of the head. I've never done that, and I'm reading and rereading a pattern to make sure that I understand it before I try and do it, because I haven't done that yet. I've never done any kind of like cables or twisting or something intentionally anyway. So that is holding me back a little bit, but I am working on it. I am reading the pattern and I want to wear this hat, so it's so cute. I mean, the fabric that I ended up with, disregard this part, is the yarn went a little bit fluffy in just one spot, so we're gonna ignore that. But the yarn itself is so pretty. And the another thing with, because I have the Knitters calendar, I have, I mean, I'm not actively, I am comparing the Knitters with the crocheters, which is why I'm kind of regretting not having bought both, because it would have been so much better to be able to compare them properly. Because I know that in the first box we all got a hat pen. The yarn that the crocheters got looked blue. I'm guessing it was a blue version of this. I hope so, because I love this yarn. It's so pretty, it's nice, I love it. But then the second one, so obviously because I'm still working on the hat, I haven't started on the second one. Those are socks, and really cute ankle socks with like lacy, yeah, like a little lace knitting around the top. And the yarn that we got for that, it is called Atlas. I've never tried Atlas either, so I'm really happy about this opportunity. And also look at the colors. This is so cute. And the yarn that you got for doing the lace is Diablo. And I really like Diablo. I have bought Diablo before. I still haven't used it because, as I said, this is called the Project Pal. I have so many projects that I need to either get finished or get working on, that my Diablo projects just haven't gotten to, even on the knitting needles or the crochet hook. But I like Diablo. It is really fluffy. It is, what, 30% mohair, 30% nylon, and 40% acrylic. It's gonna be really pretty. But that was the knitters. I did see what the crocheters got, and that was, I mean, they didn't get the same thing, which really surprised me. I thought that these two calendars would be like in tandem. But Crochet's got a towel, which I don't want to bash it. I still think it's a pretty, like, I haven't looked at the pattern itself. Maybe I should save it, because, you know, all the patterns on Hobby are free. But it surprised me. Because, yeah, like with the first one, we both got hats. And they looked comparable. So I expected the crochets to also get socks, but they got towel. I mean, the yarn looked pretty. I'm all bewildered by that. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what comes up in number 3. That's tomorrow. I need to wait one more day. And I mean, maybe tomorrow for Knitters is gonna be a towel. Then hopefully that will mean that the socks will be in number 3 for crochet. I don't understand, because I know that on the Hobby webpage, like in the free patterns, they do have crochet socks. So it's not that they... I'm gonna stop thinking about it. Like, I am not the one who makes these boxes. Just a little bit bewildered. But yeah, so this is my itty bitty progress on the hat that I really need to make, because it's kind of cold here in Iceland. Not gonna lie. Well, I say cold right now. Hang on, let me check. I can check my phone. Oh, no, that one. See, it refreshes itself. It's so interesting. You know, so exciting to have people just looking down on the phone while filming themselves. We actually have 5 degrees heat Celsius. That came out really weird. 5 degrees Celsius in warmth. It is currently what, the 11th of December. Like, this is normal for Iceland. Like, Iceland is not linear when it comes to the weather. Definitely not when it comes to temperature. Like, it is a chaotic country, let's just say that. I mean, it fits with the theme of volcanoes and earthquakes and all that stuff. The weather is also chaotic, which is why we always have something to talk about. So yeah, currently in my winter wonderland, I have 5 degrees in warmth and rain. I really hope it doesn't freeze, because the ice has been so annoying for the past week. It's like, if I did not have these, what do you call it? So, you know, when you live in wintry climates where you can get ice, where you need to be walking, you put this thing on your shoes. Dang it, I don't know the words and I don't want to Google it right now. There's like little spikes or nails. Most of the time they're just like itty bitty knobs that are enough to grab the ice. Unfortunately, the ice has been really thick. It has been kind of like a mirror, and that is the worst type of ice, because the little knobs, they have a really hard time making any type of grip. Not to mention when we have been getting some rain on top of it, and then it freezes again, you just get more of a mirror. So the monstrosities that I've had on my shoes are more fitted for glacier climbing. And if I did not have those monster spikes on my feet, I would not have been able to get to work. or just go anywhere. It's been that bad, meaning that I've also had to so the thing that you may not know about when you have to put monster spikes on your shoes is that it changes both the way that you balance and the way that you walk, meaning that the shoes that have not hurt you at all the entire time that you had them, they are now causing you some discomfort. So you need to buy plasters to put on your ankles so you don't get blisters. I have had continuous blisters on my ankles for the past 3, 4 weeks, I don't know how long. I actually, this week, I got a blister on top of a blister wound. TMI, I know. But yeah, I got a blister wound that was healing, and then I thought naively that that was it. But then I suffered a blister in my blister wound. Didn't know that could happen, and then I learned that yes, indeed, that does happen. So if you ever, and you're not used to wearing little spikes on your feet, buy blister packs and put them on your feet before you start wearing the shoes, so that you don't suffer the discomfort that I did. That was tangent. Let's get back to the wool. So, what next? Yeah, I did start another project because I was able to go to Knit Night this week, and I didn't want to bring the hat because the pattern that I'm using is actually on my computer, and my printer does not want to work because technology. Didn't want to bring the vest because although I haven't finished it, the things that need to be done is I just need to sew together the shoulder seams and then figure out how you do the ribbing. Picking up the stitches, because that's the thing that I have not done yet. So the thing that I decided to start on is a little bit of pen. There we go. Again, it doesn't have a picture because I couldn't figure out how to do that before I realized that there's a button on the page that says printer friendly or something to that extent. It is the Drops Design Frost Buster Balaclava, and it's definitely not complicated. You knit it in the round. You are using Drops Air. I got this lovely lilac, foggy, misty type of color. I really love the colors that Drops make in their yarn. Absolutely adore it. And the thing that I surprisingly like about this pattern is that the main body you make in moss stitch, which in Icelandic is called perluprjón. So, I mean, I've been thinking about it a little bit why the difference in terminology. In English, this pattern apparently reminds people of moss, but in Icelandic it's called perluprjón or pearl knitting, which, I mean, let's be honest, Icelanders have never been. It's only in like the past 100 years that we've actually had something resembling wealth. We've been poor for over millennia. History is weird. But yeah, it's a little bit weird thinking about the difference in terminology. Like this in English is called moss stitch because apparently this reminds them of some type of moss, I'm guessing. But in Icelandic it's called pearl knitting because this kind of looks like, I'm guessing, at least when I see pictures of it, it reminds me of when you see pictures of, or paintings even, of wealthy European aristocrats and royals, when they have had their clothes encrusted with pearls. There has I don't remember ever learning about any Icelander who was rich enough to have pearl encrusted clothing. No, don't remember. Might be some nowadays, but I don't remember any historical ones. So instead we have pearls in our knitting. That's pretty. Also, my first time doing must-stitch. Focus. Thank you. And surprisingly fun to do. Like, it is. Well, first off, it's not difficult. The only thing that you need to remember is that when you do it, so it's straight. It is straight words. It's regular, then purled, regular, purled, regular, purled, and then whenever there has been a regular stitch before, you do it purled, and in a regular stitch you do a purl one. Like you just you do the opposite of what the bottom stitch is. That's not complicated. It's actually kind of fun. But apparently I'm in the minority of feeling that way because I mean, there were only 5 who showed up for knit night last time, and my seating partner does not like pearl knitting, must stitching. She thinks it's annoying, and yeah, she doesn't like it. I do know that my friend who unfortunately couldn't show up last time, she's not a big fan of must stitch either. Like, she's gonna do it if the pattern calls for it. Not a big fan of it. I like it. It's kind of fun. Also, you end up with such a nice fabric. Like, it's so... I like it. So, but apparently I'm in a minority. Oh, that's fine. So this is my project for knit nights for the time being. Let's see. I'm supposed to do the must stitch for like 6 centimeters, and then I switch over to straight stitch for 6 time, and then you need to separate this, the you know, make space for the opening of the balaclava, and then you do the front back. So that is something nice to work on when you're surrounded by other people who are talking about fun stuff. Oh, it's so fun. But then I don't have a conundrum of what I need to be doing next. I need to be working on the hat because I need to wear it. Working on balaclava, that is a long time project, but I have promised myself that I then need to get started on this oversized jumper because I want to be wearing it. I want to wear it. Also, it's been such a long time in the like, I've been planning this since last year. Making the dress melody. This one? No, that one also didn't have a picture because but it's the glass suit by Draps Design, and it's gonna be so nice. It's gonna be so nice. It is another project that if you don't have this must chase every single shiny thing type of brain like mine, I guess distracted by every single thing that just sparkles. If you don't have that mentality and you can actually focus, this is pretty much a weekend project. So definitely recommend it because the jumper is so nice. It's also really simple. The most complicated thing is probably the fact that you start from the top down. That's probably the most complicated thing about this jumper. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I like it. It's simple. Can't wait to get started on that. And then gonna be working on the hat. When gonna be working on balaclava for the knit nights. I need to finish the vest so I can wash it and wear it. Start on the jumper, and then next project after that. Will it be the weekend wipe? Wipe check. I need, because again don't have pictures because I don't know how printers work. So I should probably try and put in a picture of weekend wipe over here, or in this corner, swirling smoke. That one has cables though, so that is going to be something maybe a little bit more time consuming because again I'm a beginner. But they are both made out of Trust Melody, like the glassuk. They're so soft. Also, yarn is soft, and these, I just like the colors from Trust. Let's see, Swirl and Smoke. Right, it's gonna be in this color. It's a little bit was. Can you focus? Oh, the lighting is so weird in the winter time. It is this nice, soft, foggy type of pink. And then the weekend wipe, is it a clear white or is it a little off-white? I think it's clear white. It's color 01. It's touch spacey. Like, it's not titanium white, it's not like blaring white, but it's this soft white. So I like it. So yeah, I have so many sweaters in my future, it's like, dang. But on top of that, there are more sweaters. More like Icelandic wool. I mean, that bag has about 3 projects to go. No, wait, 4. There's also a scarf that I want to be making, but that one has more summery colors. Then there's that. Need to finish that. Oh, there's so many things to make. I'm happy. So, what's the conclusion? I do not have too much yarn. I simply do not have the brain capacity to just focus on one thing. It's probably a good thing. Actually, when I think about it, I like it better. This is my brain. This is how it works. Yes. Awkward pause because I don't remember what I was gonna say next. Aha. But yeah, I think that's actually it for today. Yeah, that's about it. We'll be opening this prettiness tomorrow. It feels really packed too, like it's not bouncing around a lot, so can't wait. Like, also because the fun I don't know what is, how do I want to word this? The things that I've been getting out of this calendar, I mean, things have just been fun. Like this bullet journal. I can talk. I have no idea how to use it, but I will find a use for it. Getting the yarn for something that I really do want to use, and to wear. This is gonna be so cute when I get to it. Also these samples, like this is from the first pack. They gave you a needle along with the yarn so that you could actually sew the clasp on. That's just thoughtful. They're like, oh yeah, well, they're gonna need something to finish this thing. And like, yes, Moisturizer. Because it's winter. Why did I do that? and from this second one, hand lotion. Because we all know we work with wool and you know, yarn of all types and excuse me, yarn, I mean, we know yarn is gonna dry out your hands. Excuse me. This is probably a sign from my throat that I need to stop talking. But yeah, I'm really excited about trying this hand cream because I'm a sucker for hand cream, like all hand lotion. And the thing that I really liked about last pack, like probably this, like I showed it to my mother and she's like, she's been knitting since she was a child. She is, how old is she? She is that's right, she's 78 years old. I don't feel like she's 78. I still feel like she's barely, you know, over 60. She's 78. But yeah, my mother, who is pushing 80, she's been knitting since she was a child. From the last pack we got this, like, what's it called again? I threw the box away, but it's this like, it's not like cutter. Well, it is a cutter. It's for when you have like wool, like when it pills up and piles up and you does the annoying thing at all, everything. If it has natural fibers in it, it is going to ball up, like in your sweaters, on your arms, all that. This is to very gently cut those off, like not vroom, it's more like zoom. Did that make sense? I think it did. But yeah, she's been knitting her whole life and she's never had anything like this, so I don't know which one of us was more excited about. It's like, was it me who got it or her, because she's never actually seen something like that. So I cannot wait for tomorrow to see what comes from that pack. If that's gonna be the towel one, because I have such a symmetrical brain. Like, I like things being symmetrical. Just the fact that these two calendars are not linear, that we did not get the same thing at the same time. I had no idea that I was triggered by it, but apparently I am. Interesting. Yes, that is gonna be enough for me today. My throat is getting really, really tired because I've been talking way more than I should be. Yes, I hope you're fine. I hope you're okay. This video is probably gonna be up on Monday. No, Sunday. It should be up on Sunday. So I will see you then, and I will also see you when we open this thing. Wait. Yes, take care, and I hope you are well. I hope you are doing fantastic, and that life is as good to you as it can be. Because sometimes we can't wish for any more than that. So I will see you later. Take care, okay? Bless, bless.